that thing's gonna come out of there. Well, I got a little bit more progress done on the Weasel. I confirmed that the engine turns over, so that's really good news. It's not frozen. I took the starter and generator out and I brought it down to a local shop that rebuilds starters and generators. And while they're doing that, I decided to take the control assembly out. It was all gummed up and frozen up, and I took it all apart, cleaned it, painted it, and reassembled it, and I'll set it aside for when I'm ready to put it back in. But I'll show you what I've been up to. Well, that is good news. The engine is not stuck, it is turning. Well, I confirmed that the engine turns over, so that's good. It's freely turning over. I think I'm going to pull the starter motor out now. It's like a really tight little spot there, but I'm going to pull that out and then test it, make sure, or get it working anyway. Boy, they really just do not give you much room to work on these things. Man, what a pain. I got the 2 bolts from the engine compartment side, and there's one bolt, a 3rd bolt, that is under here. There's absolutely no access to it except reaching through here and blindly trying to take it out. So anyway, there's some Studebaker engineer laughing his head off right now. Okay. That was a pain getting that last bolt out. God, is this gonna come out? It's all loose, but it's hitting. God, I don't know if that thing's gonna come out of there. Boy, that thing did not want to come out of there. Well, I decided to take the starter motor and generator down to a local shop to get refurbished, to have them go through it and make sure everything's working. So in the meantime, I think I'm going to take this shifter assembly out, take it apart, clean it up, and just make sure it's all working good. Well, it was fun, but we got that pulled out of there. We're going to bring it up to the bench and take it apart and kind of clean it up and go from there. Well, we're slowly breaking these different components down and getting them all sandblasted and cleaned up. And they get the shifter loosened up. Got these pieces all cleaned up and primered. Green. Gonna paint them green, yep. Well, I have all the components for the controls taken apart and cleaned up. They're for the transmission, for the braking system, and for the high-low. The problem is they never made any provisions on these earlier units to lubricate. So it was just a simple shaft through a tube, and it does have some brass bushings in there, but there was no way of lubricating it. So what happened was water got in there and rust, and the shaft got rusted onto the tube in there. You could see the pitting in here. So it took some heat and a little bit of pneumatic hammer and just a little patience to get it all busted apart, and now we got it cleaned up. But I think I'm going to add some way to lubricate it. I think I'm going to add a Zerk fittings in a couple of places so that we can go ahead and lubricate these. This piece has a little keyway in it for this handle. Some of these controls are really pretty basic. I mean, they've got a washer with a cotter pin holding the shaft in place on both sides. I mean, that's like soapbox derby type technology. Okay, I got the control assembly all cleaned up and lubed up and assembled. I added a couple of Zerk fittings here and here so that I could lubricate it. I added another Zerk fitting here. Everything's working great, moving really nice. Before it was hanging up. This wouldn't even budge. I mean, I just, with all my force, I couldn't move it because it was rested solid inside the tube. But anyway, I'll set this aside and keep on moving on to the next step.